Mining team makes bizarre discovery while drilling a hole. A strange scream came from down the shaft, and as the drill went deeper, a puff of smoke suddenly floated up to the surface. The drill stopped immediately at that moment. All eyes were gathered. It wasn't until the lady boss ordered the drill to be raised. The drill was pulling out a strange biological residue. The professor immediately realized something was wrong, and immediately arranged to excavate the land. To the shock of all the employees, a plastic film of a human figure appeared in the pit. At once everyone gathered together again. The film actually really drilled out a man. This scene scared everyone dumbfounded. And what's even more outrageous, the man was speaking ancient French. It was as if he was asking for help. The mining team immediately took him into the house. First, a steaming cup of coffee. What puzzles them is that no one understands the man's ancient language, and he became agitated. The professor on the sidelines advised him to calm down. Suddenly something similar to an earthworm shimmered by. The professor was so frightened that he stepped back. The others were completely oblivious. Only the professor realized the man may have undergone some kind of mutation. When the female boss rushed over to check, the professor informed her of the seriousness of the matter, and then took everyone for a blood test. At this point, the bearded man thought, the professor is doing this for nothing. The man might just be in shock, and the earthworm could be snot. The people present listened to the professor. The bearded man could only come behind the man. He held the man and started testing, but just when testing the blood sample, a split second later it retracted again. This time everyone witnessed it, except for the bearded man who didn't see it. Everyone had already left after the test. The bearded man was still a little strange about it. He asked his best friend to make a loaf of bread for him, and then brought it to the man. But he didn't realize this was the beginning of the journey towards a nightmare. The bearded man took out his dagger and played with it, which was discovered by the man. The man approached him to ask for the dagger in his hand, and made a strange gesture, but the bearded man couldn't understand it at all, until the man explained to no avail, and as the bearded man looked out the window, the dagger was snatched by the man. There was some kind of force in his body that was stopping him. Suddenly the monster inside erupted. Only then did the bearded man realize the danger, rushing forward to choke. Soon the bearded man was pinned to the ground, with tentacles still showing in his eyes and nose. When he slowed down and took a look, the man had unexpectedly turned into a dry flat. Obviously, this was due to the biological transfer in his body.